Good morning, students. Today class we are going to discuss about problem of agricultural laborers in India. Generally, agriculture is considered as a backbone of Indian economy. In this backbone of Indian economy, it has faced so many problems. Particularly, agricultural laborers are faced so many problems. And come to the point is it is the primary objects of the 5-year plan to ensure the fuller opportunities for work and better living to all the sections of the rural community, and in particular to assist agricultural laborers and the backward classes to come to the level of the rest. One of the most distinguished features of the rural economy of India has been the growth in the number of agricultural workers, cultivators, and agricultural laborers engaged in crop production. And the phenomena of underemployment, underdevelopment, and surplus population are simultaneously manifested in the daily lives and living of the agricultural laborers. And the next topic is that is the importance of agriculture. So without agriculture, we can't do anything. It is already I told you, it is a backbone of our Indian economy. It is essentially agriculture. India, like India, agriculture country where agriculture plays a pivotal role in dominating the economic, social, and cultural life of the people. So much so that even the prospects of ruling political parties and governments depend upon the quantum of agriculture productions and availability of cheap food grains for masses. Generally, Indian agriculture is characterized by heavy population pressure. Indian agriculture has the predominance of the cultivation of food grains, which occupy 76% of the total crop area and account for 80% of the total agriculture production of the country. In this section, I have to see the main features of the agricultural laborers. Generally, agricultural laborers are weak in bargaining power, and they are all exploited some other things. And the larger areas have been brought under the irrigation, and the use of fertilizers and the pesticides has been increased. And the third one is the large area has been brought under high yielding varieties of seeds, which brings green revolution in India. And although the modern techniques are adapted, still animals play a significant role in various agricultural activities. And the fifth one is a major part of the agriculture depends mainly on monsoon rain. And last but not least one is the food crops are the major parts of production. So these are the main features of agricultural laborers in India. So here we have to see the role of agricultural laborers in Indian economy. So before we going to see the problems faced by the Indian agricultural laborers, what are the contribution to the Indian economy? There are 5 important contributions. Very first one is the share in national income. So with the agricultural income, agricultural laborers national income increased, and they are providing the largest employment point of view. And the third one is the contribution to the capital formation also increased. And the fourth one is providing raw materials to the industries. And the last one is market for industrial products. So these are the 5 major contributions, major roles to agricultural laborers in Indian economy. Here we go to see the problems faced by the Indian agricultural laborers. Generally, agricultural laborers, already told you, they are facing so many practical problems, and the subsistence in character is also first and foremost problem. And the second one is a heavy pressure of population. The majority of the population based on depends on agriculture. It is also the problem. And the predominance of food grains, they are all producing the food grains, and they are all following the mixed cropping. It is one kind of problem faced by the Indian agricultural laborers. And a high percentage of reporting area under cultivation comes under the problems faced by the laborers. And small size of holdings and fragmentation of fields, this is the major problem faced by the Indian agricultural laborers. And another is limited intensive agriculture. This is one part of the problems faced by the Indian agriculture. The continuity comes under the problem faced by the Indian agriculture laborers. The Indian agriculture is a labor intensive. There is too much of laborers are depending on agriculture. It is also a labor oriented problem, and rain fed agriculture. This kind of problem faced by Indian agriculture, and the lack of definite agriculture land use policy. There is a proper policy is there, but the implementation is very difficult. And most important is productivity of yield. It is one kind of problem faced by Indian agriculture. And last one is the poverty and indebtedness of the farmers is also the major problems faced by the Indian agriculture. The last part of the class is in order to overcome these problems, what are the suggestions for the improvement of the agriculture laborers? The very first suggestion is better implementation of legislative measures. Government has to act certain legislative measures in order to improve the agriculture farmers in India. And the second one is improvement in the bargaining positions. So also to solve the problems of agriculture laborers. And third one is resettlement of agriculture workers. And the fourth one is creating alternative sources of employment. The government has provided alternative source of employment is also comes under the improvement of agriculture laborers, the farm problems. And the fifth one is protection of women and child laborers is also one of the suggestions. And the sixth one is public works program should be for longer period in 1 year. The public works program should be strengthened. So in continuation of the suggestions for the improvement of the agriculture laborers, the seventh point is improving the working conditions of the agriculture laborers. Working condition should be improved. And eighth one is regulation of hours of work. Hours of work may be regularized. And ninth one is improvements in agriculture sector. General concept is agriculture sector must be improved. And the tenth one is credit at cheaper rates of interest on easy terms of payment for undertaking subsidiary occupation. These suggestions must be incorporated in the government of India to improve the problems of agriculture laborers. And the 11th one is proper training for improving the skill of farm laborers. And the last one is cooperative farming. These are the suggestions for the improvement of agriculture laborers in India. Last part of the class is concluding part, and the research system will have the concentrate on a much larger cafeteria of crops and support to non-crop agriculture, including animal husbandry, fish and forest. The real dangers, apart from the anti-agricultural policies, are running into a real resources constraints. Generally, the prospects for Indian agriculture are good. The demand will grow fast, and if we create the correct incentive and organization systems, the Indian farmer will not fall as he has responded well in the past when our policies were supportive. So these are the policies government of India strictly follow, then only the farmers of Indians problems may be solved. Up to this we have to finish the class.